Hello guys, it's Roll, back with some more Final Fantasy VII. It's been a couple days again, but, okay, apparently we're gonna get in a battle right away, but I remember where we were. We, just finished with the escaping the church, and we can now have Roll in our party, which is fantastic. And that also means we will be not having to use our restore magic as much. And one thing I did forget to do, I just noticed that in that battle, I told you before about putting him in the front and back row. They always put her in the back row to start off with, but I kind of prefer her to be in the front row. So let's go this way. We gotta meet the infamous, this guy Arsik. For those of you who don't know the reference, there you go. This guy Arsik. Yeah, so you guys probably already all know about that, but in case you don't, that's the infamous this guy Arsik area. We don't have any medicine for him, unfortunately. Well, he says he's no doctor, but didn't he say before that he was a jack of all trades? So doesn't that mean he does everything? I guess not necessarily, but still. We're gonna ignore... No, doggy, be nice. We're gonna ignore everybody in the town because this is where you want to be. You want to, this is Roll's house. But before we go inside, and it can be kind of easy to miss if you just, like, stick to the story points or whatever. These two items can be easy to miss. There's an ether and a cover materia. What a cover materia does is, it gives you, whoever you equip it to, gives them a chance to, basically go in front of somebody else and take that attack instead of whoever the monster was targeting. So it can be kind of useful, like if you're trying to level up a certain a certain character's limit break. That's, I don't know, that can be like one of the only times it can be helpful. No. But yeah, it's, I hate to say useless, but it kind of is useless. I mean, compared to all the other materia that we have and that we can get, I mean, that's probably one of the least, one of the least that I've ever used. I think I've only used it just to see, like, in the very beginning what it does, like when I was first playing this game. I think that's about the only time I ever used it, because it's kind of just not helpful. But ether's helpful. I like how I'm not even facing her and I'm still, like, answering her questions. So this is her quote-unquote mom. But she wants us to leave in the middle of the night without Roll. Mega Man. Good night. I didn't even notice until now, but, you know, I named her Roll, but she kind of does have, like, the red and pinkish sort of theme, which is very Roll, especially the red. And she is wearing a dress, which Roll typically wears a dress. So we're going to get a little flashback here. It's not terribly important. But when we sort of wake up from this little flashback, yeah, we're gonna get like the very first instance. And no, probably not the only one that I can think of, because there are a few other instances where you kind of have to be sneaky or whatever, but this is definitely one where you cannot run. If you run, I will show you just so you guys can see, because I don't think a whole bunch of people see, but if like you try running, yeah, see, I just try to run there. And she freaks out and she says, "Go back to bed. Go get some rest." So they put you back inside the room. So what they want you to do, because she's awake over there, it's going to give you this... it's going to give you the same sort of text, but you want to just walk. Because if you run like you just saw, she'll come out every single time and say, "You gotta go back to bed." So, I also think if you run down the stairs too, she'll like chase after you. So just to be sure, I always like just run. Alright, this guy sells weapons. I forgot to buy stuff. Shoot, we should have put it on roll. That would have been a seriously good buff for her, because her defense right now is at 8. And I'd move her up to 14. So since we already have 1, do we have enough money? Let's buy 3. That way we have enough for everybody. Titan Bagel. Oh, actually, their materia is here, so we'll just put cover on him, just telephone, just so you can kind of see. I apologize for the telephone. Just so you guys can kind of see what it does. Come on. Oh, yeah. And there's a kid upstairs. We'll go see him, but he's sleeping. Oh, yeah, we do want to read this. This is like a, side quest thing you can do. There's all these little posters for Turtle's Paradise thrown around. And if you read them all, and then go to the actual Turtle's Paradise, they will give you some items. They're just like little buff items, but still. Yeah, this kid is here and he's sleeping. We're gonna leave him alone. But he's sleeping, and if you like try to keep talking to him while he's asleep, he'll eventually say he has money in his dresser. And you can actually take that money from his dresser, but it makes you a huge jerk. Come on, he's just a little kid. I think she sells items, yeah. We don't really need items right now. See you later. I think that's it. There's this one. And we already met this guy, Arsic. Oh, this is materia. Right? Yeah. So do you have anything new? No, we have the same. So we should give Roll the, even though she has her Healy limit breaks, we're still going to give Roll the restore. And of course, Roll, being the speedy boss that she is, she's already here. And of course, Roll is going to insist on going with us. So of course, we're going to go ahead and follow along. Words, use them. So since she's in our party again, we're going to go ahead and give her that Titan Bangle. And, oh, she doesn't have a, darn. So does Mega Man? He does have one. Okay, so Mega Man Okay, we're gonna stick to lightning for Mega Man. I guess Mega Man's got to be the one to carry this. You can see here that these two are like linked together. And if they're linked together like that, I don't know why I didn't just switch to her. But when they're linked together like that, that makes them paired. So certain things paired, certain materia paired, have different effects. For example, if you pair a fire or any sort of elemental spell, or even the restore with all materia, you pair those two together, then you heal everybody. If you we're gonna take her with her. Take her with her. Take her with us. But yeah, there's also like added effect, and if you do something like added effect with poison, then you have a chance of poisoning the enemies. But that really only becomes helpful in boss battles, and only certain bosses that are affected by poison, of course. And as you probably saw when I was equipping it, equipping materia increases your magic a little, but it decreases your health a little, which makes sense, really. So she's going to ask us about our past. Also going to point out again, hate to keep bringing up Animal Crossing while playing this, but I did mention that I named my town after Midgar, and a lot of the slums here are kind of inspired my town. For example, like this playground, I have like a little playground thing in my town, and that's kind of because of this. Okay, so coming up, we're gonna go follow her, of course, but I guess I should run. But coming up, we're gonna be coming upon, of all things, Wall Market. Not Walmart, Wall Market. There's a lot of stuff to do in here. A lot of sort of things to help you along your way. However, since I'm trying to keep this playthrough kind of clean and as clean as I can get it, and as family friendly as I can as well, because there are certain aspects of this game that are not entirely family friendly. So what I'm going to do is I'll end the episode here, and I'll go ahead and take care of all that stuff off camera. And really, this is like the only place where there's some sort of more adultish things going on in the game. So this is probably the only place I'll have to do this for this playthrough. So I'm going to go ahead and go do the stuff off camera. Going to finish all the Wall Market stuff and get us to our next point. And I believe our next point would be to, I think it's to climb, oh no, that's later. Our next point is going to be actually a boss battle, I believe. So, yeah, I'll see you guys for the boss battle. Basically, sorry, I was talking too much and it kind of went dark. So basically, just to give you an idea, the gist of what I'm going to do is just collecting a bunch of stuff. That's pretty much what I'm going to do. So, until then, guys, I'll see you in the next episode before we fight a boss. And you get to hear the awesome boss music. We heard it once. Yeah, we heard it during Airbuster. But we'll hear it again. One of my favorite tracks. See you guys in the next episode.